Hi, my name is Shannon, and the Safe Center, I can honestly say, has made me who I am today. I, since I was a teenager, struggled with relationships and codependency and just seemed to choose guys that were not very nice. My son's dad and I were together for 7 years, and it wasn't something that I ever would have called an abusive situation. He said mean things and occasionally would throw things and things that didn't seem like a big deal to me because it wasn't like he was beating me up all the time. But it did get to a turning point after 7 years when I realized it wasn't a safe situation for my son and I. At the time, my son was 3 years old, and it started to get violent, and that's when I realized I needed to leave. So we left with nothing. We threw a couple of clothes in a bag, grabbed my son's teddy bear, and we just had to leave. I came to Nebraska where I had family support, and my mom immediately suggested coming to the Safe Center. She knew it was a good resource for women trying to get out of those unsafe circumstances. So I agreed and I came and just instantly got a lot of support. I got help with getting a protection order in place because at the time it was really important that my ex didn't find us or try to take my son, and I had those kind of worries and concerns, and the gals at the Safe Center were just so supportive and were able to deal with my emotional state because that's not an easy state for someone, and they didn't look at me with any kind of judgment or criticism, and it was a great support, and so many other neat resources I was able to get through the Safe Center. Like I said, we had to leave with nothing. We had no clothes, no dishes, anything, and the Safe Center really provided just even jackets. Something that when you leave a situation like I had to leave, it was I didn't even think about it. It's like, oh, it's almost fall, and here I just threw a few, shorts and t-shirts in a bag, and so things that I didn't even think of. The gals at the Safe Center were able to just help me with that, and even little things, toys for my kiddo through this tough transition, and dishes and furniture were things that were able to be provided. But more than the material aspects, I got the support I needed through the counseling at the Safe Center, and it was just really life-changing because at the time in my situation, I didn't think or would even consider my relationship to have been anything that was abusive. Yes, I knew it was unsafe for my son, but it took months of coming to the therapy and the group support to really accept that, wow, I was in denial and this was not a good situation. And if I don't learn to see the cycle, because he wasn't the first, he was like the fourth, of just these really negative relationships, I was going to continue that pattern. And with the help from the therapist at the Safe Center, I was able to really see what I was doing and the pattern that I was getting into and get down to the root cause of a lot of deep issues that I didn't ever want to have to talk about. But the gal I worked with was just so sweet and loving and just really a huge person in my life that I'll never forget because of all that I went through with her. In a couple years, I started coming once a week and came to the group stuff once a week. So I was here a couple times a week. There was always a nice, safe, clean place for my kiddo to play while I got the support and help I needed. And gradually, after a few years, I got to a point in my life where I had a lot of acceptance and I had a ton of healing, and it wouldn't have been by myself. I really needed the gals here that were just so loving and just it was just like a family after a while, coming and getting to see my friends here. It really felt like, and just know that they would greet my son lovingly, and it's just such a great support. So that was 4 years ago. And now I can say that I own my own home. I graduated with an associate's. I have steady work, and I am learning how to have healthy relationships. and it's amazing. It's just something that I 4 years ago never thought that I would be in the place that I am now, and I am just so grateful and just feel so blessed that I had the support of the gals here at the S.A.F.E Center, and highly recommend anyone that even if they don't feel like their situation qualifies, you might as well ask and at least see, because you just never know. So I think that's it.